Every year at Berkshire Hathaway's annual shareholder meeting in Omaha, the legendary investing duo of Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger take the stage to share their life lessons and financial advice with thousands of admirers. Given that Buffett, 92, and Munger, 99, have overseen one of the most lucrative corporations in the world for almost 60 years, many people may find resonant in their approach to attaining both personal and professional success. In a well-known statement endorsing free market capitalism, Warren Buffett scorned the socialist views that were becoming popular on the extreme left of the Democratic Party. This nation has done an amazing job in terms of the deployment of resources and human ingenuity. If you look at what was here in 1776 and you look at what's here now, Buffett said in an interview with CNBC's Becky Quick from Omaha, Nebraska, the site of Berkshire Hathaway's annual shareholders meeting this weekend. It's truly amazing how people can reach their full potential. Tons of thousands of investors and admirers of Buffett's investment philosophies witnessed him declare on stage, "I'm a card-carrying capitalist," in late 23 or 24. If so, prepare to make stock market investments, but only if you want to emulate Warren Buffett, the multi-billionaire CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. The Form 13F that Warren Buffett must submit lists his stock purchases and sales. Buffett purchased D.R. Horton, NVR, and Lennar equities in the second quarter of 2023. Because Berkshire Hathaway invested more than $700 million in D.R. Horton's stock this spring and also purchased lesser stakes in Lennar Corp and NVR Corp, two other home builders, it appears that Warren Buffett's company is banking on the recovery of the housing industry. The Securities and Exchange Commission received a quarterly report from Berkshire detailing the conglomerate's assets as of the end of June. Because of Buffett's extremely successful track record over the years, investors usually keep a close eye on Berkshire's decisions. But these papers don't make it apparent which decision Buffett made and which one were handled by one of the company's two other investment managers. Buffett regularly manages all of the $350 billion portfolio's largest investments, each of which is valued at least $1 billion. The combined value of the three holdings in home builders is over $800 million. Nearly $6 million D.R. Horton, 152,572 Lennar, and 11112 NVR shares are all held by Berkshire. The Zacks building products, a lack of available inventory, and strong housing demand has propelled the home builders market, one of the typical early-stage cyclical businesses that emerges from a predicted recession is home building. This claim is supported by the estimated shortage of 1.5 million housing units nationally. One of the leading home builders in the country, Lennar, is also hopeful about the second half of fiscal 2023. The company anticipates strong third quarter and fiscal 2023 deliveries and orders despite its second quarter fiscal 2023 performance being down for main measures due to challenging year-over-year comparisons. Compared to the industry's 7.3% decline, Lennar share prices have dropped 9% in past month. Lennar anticipates deliveries for the third quarter of fiscal 2023 to range between 17,750 to 18,250 homes, up from the 17,248 units reported a year ago. Between 18,000 and 19,000 units are projected to be ordered, which is much more than the 14,366 units reported a year. The average selling price is anticipated to be similar to that of a fiscal second quarter. Operating earnings for financial services are anticipated to increase from $63 billion in the same time last year to between $100 and $105 million. Lennar anticipates delivering 68,000 to 70,000 homes during the fiscal 2023 period, up from the 62,000 to 66,000 homes anticipated earlier. In comparison to the figure of 66,399 dwellings from the previous year, the current prediction is impressive. Lennar has made several price adjustments and cost-cutting initiatives that are assisting the company in reducing macroeconomic problems. Additionally, dynamic pricing models, land-lighter strategies, and digital marketing platforms are positives. Strong liquidity puts Lennar in a good position going forward. Alien has chosen to pursue a price-to-market approach, which calls for the company to consistently look for a price that will enable it to sell each of its houses in a neighborhood at a level that is consistent with the market. The business has begun to include digital platforms in its marketing plan. It selectively invests in businesses working on digital projects that improve the home buying process, save SG&A costs, and foster innovation. What about DHI? DHI has increased its forecast for consolidated revenues for the fiscal year 2023 from $31.5 to $33 billion to a range of $34.7 to $35.1 billion. DHI reported $33.5 billion in revenue for the corresponding period, as opposed to the original expectations of 77,000 to 80,000 units. Homes are likely to be closed within 82,800 to 83,300 units. In contrast to the previous estimate of 4,000 to 5,000 units, the company now expects residences closed for the rental business to be between 6,500 and 7,000 units. On a combined basis, cash flow from home building operations is anticipated to be greater than $3 billion in fiscal 2023. In second quarter of 2023, compared to the prior quarters, NVR's new orders increased by 26.6% and cancellation rates decreased to 11% from 14%. Despite difficulties with rate hikes, the market's lack of available existing homes has been fueling demand for new homes. A high ROE and a strong liquidity position further increase the tailwinds. Are you someone who is not able to capitalize a lot of money to invest in the stock market? Then don't worry, Charlie Munger, the vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, has some practical tips when it comes to investing. His extensive background in banking and investing makes him a force to be reckoned with. Let's see how it's done according to Munger. Young investors trying to establish a name for themselves in the financial world can take some guidance from Munger. He is cautioning the most recent crop of college graduates that it may be harder than ever to become wealthy and maintain that status. According to Munger, young people who want to become and remain wealthy face two major obstacles: inflation, exploding real estate costs, and the increasingly complex nature of investment. Charlie Munger lists 3 ways to make 50% annual returns with modest investments. Munger advises searching for investment possibilities in inefficient marketplaces. According to Buffett, opportunities don't be taken away by new things that come along. Other people's stupid actions are what create possibilities for you. And in the 58 years we've been operating Berkshire, I'd say there has been a significant rise in the number of individuals making large mistakes. They do it in part because it's so much simpler now than it was back then to collect money from other people. That is why we need to patiently wait for big swings and hit the ball when it's the right time. Value investors can be tempted to allocate their wealth using an ever-increasing amount of data. A more intricate investing plan, however, does not always guarantee greater outcomes. Higher returns might result from a more straightforward strategy that concentrates on important investment tenets like evaluating company fundamentals and business valuation. It can also give you more time to look for lucrative investment options that consistently surpass the stock market by a small percentage. Munger once remarked, "You don't have to be brilliant, only a little bit wiser than the other guys. On average, for a long time. Determine your area of expertise and wherever you can, use your knowledge to avoid situations you don't fully comprehend. There are no points for overcoming obstacles in life or work. Seeking genius is harder than avoiding stupidity." Another one of Munger's quotes has a connection to this one. People are attempting to be intelligent. All we should attempt to do is avoid being stupid, but it's more difficult than most people realize. To suggest diversity while investing in common stocks, in Munger's opinion, is insane. One of the absurd things taught in contemporary university education, according to him, is that investing in common stocks requires extensive diversification. That is a crazy notion. It is difficult to have an endless supply of excellent possibilities that are simple to spot. And if you only have 3, I'd prefer to be in one of my greatest rather than worst ideas. In just 3 stocks, Munger and his whole family business primarily invest. Additionally, Munger advises investors to be aware of their capabilities. We are not so smart, but we kind of know where the edge of our smartness is. That is a very important part of practical intelligence. If you know the edge of your ability pretty well, you should ignore most of the notions of our experts about what I call diversification of portfolios. Nothing is a priority when everything is a priority. Maximizing competing factors will only lead to failure. It differs from the norm to choose one variable and narrowly concentrate on it. This is an effective technique. Competing with companies that have accurately determined which variables to optimize or decrease is challenging. You'll boost your chances of being swift and agile and being able to react to changes in the terrain if you concentrate on one factor. It has never been harder for young people to make and keep their money, according to billionaire investment manager Charlie Munger, who has been in the business for a long time. That's it, guys. For more content like this, subscribe to our channel, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Until we meet again, bye.